it's a beautiful day to do these reactions. Listen, like it before you light it. Hit the sub before you hit the bud, man. Come on now. Y'all gotta stop playing with me, bro. I be working hard out here in the YouTube streets for y'all.
Catfished for the last time and finally deleted my Hinge account. I want to preface this by saying that I only really have two requirements when I'm swiping on an app. And that is one, that you have a full body picture, and two, that you have a picture where you're showing your teeth. So this man likes my profile. He doesn't have a picture where he's showing his teeth, but he does have a full body picture where there's another man standing next to him, and this man is a lot shorter than him, so it makes him look pretty tall. And his profile says that he's 6'2". So I'm like, okay, in boy math, that means he's probably 5'11", 6 foot, because realistically, who's gonna lie more than a couple of inches, especially if you're gonna meet up with this person in real life. So I look past that he doesn't have a picture of his teeth, and I accept. He messages me. We're chatting. We decide that we're going to meet up for drinks. We had not FaceTimed at this point, which is normally a requirement for me, but we lived close, so meeting up wasn't really going to be an issue. So I said, okay. So I get to the restaurant, and he had gotten there before me. So he was sitting when I got there. Of course, he stood up and greeted me, but we were doing that like awkward hug over the table. So it was like I wasn't really paying attention. But when we sat down, immediately what I noticed, his teeth were jacked. So I'm like, you knew better. But I did this to myself. So I'm like, okay, we're not shallow. So we're looking past the teeth. We're having a...
Hey, bro, the teeth is a deal breaker. I'm sorry. I'm shallow as hell. You can't be... Nah. You can't have a jack-o'-lantern in the mouth, bro.
Decent enough conversation. At some point during the drinks, he takes out his phone and he's showing me pictures of, like, his family. One of the pictures he pulls up is the full-length picture of him with that guy standing next to him. And I was like, oh, who's this? He goes, oh, that's my cousin. He makes me look tall, haha. And it took me a minute, but in my head I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's a really weird thing to say, especially if you're 6'2". Of course you're tall. But again, I was like, don't overthink it. Fast forward, we're about to leave, and he's gonna walk me to my car. Let me just say, I am 5'5". 5'5.5" on a good day. So let's even just round up to 5'6". We'll just call it 5'6". When this man stood up, his shoulders were lower than mine. At the very least, we were the same height. That means that this man lied about 8 inches on his height. That is almost a foot. Like, are we okay? Are you okay, sir?
Damn, dog.
I was shook. I was like, this can't be real. Maybe you got him mixed up with somebody. Just open the app and double check. I haven't even left the restaurant yet. I'm sitting in my car, but this guy has left, so the coast is clear. I pull up the app, and lo and behold, right in front of my eyes, it says 6'2". So I'm like, okay, this guy is for sure a liar. He knew what he was doing. I'm gonna need to figure out what I'm gonna say to this guy so that I never have to see him again. And even though he just catfished the fuck out of me, I'm still a nice person, so I was like, not trying to degrade him. So I was like, let me just think of a generic thing to say. And I was like, hey, I don't really see this going anywhere. Don't want to waste your time. Nice to know ya. If he had asked me why, I would have absolutely been like, you're a fucking weirdo because you're lying that much about your height. But ends up, he didn't ask. And I was like, I bet you he knows. Because how would you not?
Oh, he knows.
So I'm about to go unmatch him. And I'm like, you know what? Shits and gigs. Let's just take one more look. We'll have a laugh. And then we'll delete him. What do I see? His height suddenly says 5'10". Sir. He's trying to close the gap. Probably because he knew I was going to be like, let me check this. This can't be right. But probably also so that he could have better luck in the future with other victims. Ladies, would you feel the same way as me, or would you look past it because he was a nice enough guy? And men, what the fuck?
Fellas, we gotta call a spade, bro. If a woman did that to us, we'll be on here complaining and bitching and all that kind of stuff, dog. If the girl said she weighs 130 and she comes weighing 70, 80 pounds more than what she says she weighed, bro, and it's an old ass picture, you gonna be like, man, she catfished me, bro. Same difference, dog. It ain't like she height shamed him. She tall, 5'5", 5'6", dog. You gonna look short next to that woman if you not at least 5'10" or 5'9" at least, bro. You gonna look kind of short, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, dog. This was crazy. Dude lied about a good 8 inches, bro.
Why are you wearing a girl's purse?
It's a Louis Vuitton backpack and it's unisex. Question, does the devil wear Prada?
Childish. I like it.
Y'all protect molesters more than you protect kids. That's why the family is cursed. Let's talk about the shit y'all too scared to say at the family cookout.
That uncle that live in grandma's house?
You know who I'm talking about. That uncle, that cousin, that friend of the family y'all still invite over like ain't nothing ever happened. Meanwhile, the child gets told to forgive, don't ruin the family, stop bringing up old stuff. But nobody ever checked the predator. Nobody ever dragged him. Nobody ever said, you not welcome him no more. Nobody ever said that. Why? Cause y'all value image more than truth. Y'all love the illusion of family over the reality of protection. You rather keep the secret than confront the sickness. And that's why your bloodline fucked up. That's why the family reunions feel fake. That's why everybody got demons they scared to name. Stop telling the victim to move on. Start telling the abusers to stay the fuck away. Until then, y'all not family. Y'all are damn cult protecting each.
Say, bro, I feel bad that happened to you, bro. Get therapy. But listen, bro, a lot of times that happens in family where the head of the family is a woman. Because I promise you, ain't gonna be no living comfortable if I know you did something to a child around me, bro. There ain't no being comfortable. I'm gonna beat your ass, man. I might send you to upstairs, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you because that's a extremely heinous offense right there, dog. I got daughters. I got a son, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's how I know that these type of families be head by women. The grandma is the head of the family. The mama and all that kind of stuff, because guess what? Granddaddy would have got on uncle ass, bro. Straight up. A lot of times that is the case, bro. If I'm telling the truth, let me know, dog. Most of y'all watching me right now, you know if it's a man in your family that violated a child, you gonna beat the dog shit out of him.
I recently came across a post that read, someone once told me to marry someone you can suffer with.
Oh, shit.
Okay, because love is easy when it is good. Anybody can be sweet when the money's flowing in and vibes are high. Anybody can play soulmate when you have weekend trips, cute selfies, and laughing at the same Netflix shows. Yeah, that's the easy part. That's not the real test. The real test is who are they when life gets heavy, when the bills pile up, when sickness lingers, when grief shows up and knocks the air out of your chest, because it will happen. Who holds your hand at the hospital at 3 a.m. and who looks at you in the middle of an ugly cry when you feel like the world is collapsing around you and simply says, I've got you. That, my friend, is the person you marry. Not the one who makes the good days better, because really, plenty and anybody can really do that. It's the one who makes the unbearable days survivable. That is the one, because life is guaranteed to bring fire. The real question is, who is willing to sit in it with you and not flinch?
You know what? She on to something, bro. As I'm talking, I want to find this clip, right? So basically, most modern women do not fit that description, dog, because most modern women behave kind of like this right here, what I'm about to show y'all, bro. This is how the majority of modern women behave and speak. And y'all know I ain't lying.
Princess treatment. Buying her flowers, bare minimum. Buying her jewelry like a Rolex, princess treatment. Picking her up from work, dropping her off to work, bare minimum. Paying for the first few dates, bare minimum.
I want y'all to take notice of the ring finger.
Never letting her pay for any dates ever, princess treatment. Paying to get her nails done, bare minimum. Paying to get her nose fixed, princess treatment. Taking her to work, bare minimum. Telling her you don't have to work, princess treatment. Paying for her rent, bare minimum.
Wait, did this video start over on me, bro? But y'all get the gist. What? See, this ain't no woman that's gonna stick it out with you through thick and thin, partner. If you think this woman gonna love you or even capable of loving you, you one stupid. Well, I'm telling you, bro, you're stupid. It is what it is. You're not smart.
Let's do an exercise. Think of the most morally heinous crime that is universally hated and always wrong, no matter what. No exceptions. Probably sexually abusing children. It's the easiest one. We all agree that that's wrong, right? Okay. Do you think touching kids is wrong? Yes or no?
Yes.
Hold it in your mind. Do you think the answer that you just gave is an opinion that should be up for debate? Or do you think it is always inexcusable?
I think I know where he going with this. I think I know.
Okay. If someone touched your kid and your partner shot them for it, would you feel bad for that person?
No, indeed, no.
Hold it in your mind. If they didn't touch your kid, but instead they spent their entire life telling you, your friends, and your family that they should be allowed to touch your kid, and your partner shot them for it, would you feel bad for that person? Okay, set that aside. Now, if that somebody spent their entire life telling all your friends and family that if they did touch your daughter, that she should be forced to have his baby no matter what.
I knew he was going to Charlie Kirk.
And your partner shot that person for it. Would you feel bad for that person? Hold that in your mind. If someone spent their entire life telling you and all your friends and all your family that your kid shouldn't have civil rights because of their skin color, and your partner shot that person for it, would you feel bad for that person? Hold that in your mind. If someone went into your kid's school and shot your child, and then your friend told you that it's okay that your child died as long as they get to keep their favorite rifle, and your partner shot that friend for it, would you feel bad for that friend? Hold it in your mind. Do you think that your kid having civil rights, the right to their own body, and the right to go to school and come back home to you safely and alive should be opinions that are up for debate, or do you think that they are non-negotiables?
Non-negotiable.
Hold that in your mind. Now, if someone spent their entire life going around telling millions of people those same things and then someone shot him, would you feel sorry for that person? Okay.
Well, when you say it like that.
I got mad at your actions. You got mad at me for my reaction to your actions.
That's what women
two totally different things. Stop trying to make it seem like I'm trying to be negative when I'm just trying to hold you accountable. If I'm telling you how your behavior made me feel, that's me being real with you. That's me letting you know that I care. That's not me trying to start something or trying to start drama. Like, I'm just letting you know that I care. If I don't say nothing and it bothers me, that means I don't care. Am I making sense?
Yes, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Shame on you for wanting to be able to tell somebody to course correct. Shame on you. We're supposed to just suffer in silence.
Show me the speed limit. I gotta have it. Show me the speed limit, though. I'm a grown-ass man. Talk to me like that. No, you yelled at me. What's that, though? Who yelled at me, though?
Nobody.
I'm here.
I don't know who yelled at you.
No. Don't do that.
Hey.
Where is it? Where is that?
Nobody yelled at you,
I was
bro. Hey,
by.
I know, but you was too fast, though.
What's the sign? What's the speed limit?
It's a construction
Where
sign.
is the speed limit,
It's a
my nigga?
construction sign,
Where's the
nigga.
speed limit?
Nigga, it's a construction
Where is
sign.
the speed
Wait,
limit?
whoa, he just said, nigga, I don't see no nigga.
Where's the speed limit?
Bro, you gotta know that.
Where
you gotta
is
know.
the speed
Hey, when
limit?
you take a
Tell
driver's
me the
license,
sign, though.
when you take a driver's
You
license,
stopping me?
you
What's
gotta
the
know
sign?
that.
What's the sign?
You gotta know that.
I get you, but what's the sign?
I know it's no sign, but it is a fucking safe.
So in the court of law, this is his.
Not for your job, brother. Get your ass beat up for a job. No, indeed.
If your mama ain't tell you, I'll be the one out here to tell you. Here's things you are not responsible for. Number one, you are not responsible for other people's happiness. Let them be unhappy. You cannot fix everybody, okay? Number two, you are not responsible for making people understand your choices. Your choice is your choice. Let them be confused, okay? Number three, you are not responsible for managing someone else's emotions. Let them feel how they feel. Don't let someone else's problem drain you, okay? Number four, you are not responsible for proving your worth to people who don't see it. Let them underestimate you, okay? Number five, you are not responsible for meeting everyone's expectations. Let them be disappointed, okay? Number six, you are not responsible for rescuing everyone from their problems. Their problem is their problem. Let them learn from life, okay? Number seven, stop wasting your time and energy on things that you cannot control. Focus on something that you can control, which is you. So stop putting all this extra responsibility on yourself, okay?
Hey, bro, control the controllables, man. Real talk. That's what I got out of this. Control what you do, how you respond to stress in situations.
And a lame asshole can't never, oh, that's the baby mama, that's the baby mama, that's the baby mama. No, bitch. I am the kid's mother. I'm not nobody's baby mama. Okay? I am the primary parent. I am the sole provider. I don't know what that nigga over there telling your dumb Dizzy Dora ass and you running with it. But baby, I handle this shit on my motherfucking own. And I'm so far removed from that motherfucking situation, baby. I shouldn't even be the topic of a motherfucking conversation. I should be the least of your worries, ho. I handle big motherfucking business. Don't ever put me in the category with a baby mama. Cause see, a baby mama is a silly hoe. That bitch will be worried about you. I ain't worried about you or that nigga. Please have fun, bitch. And tell them to send my motherfucking kids some money. Cause school finna start. Thank you.
Damn, dog. Whoever the girl is she talking to, she living rent free in her head. That's for damn sure. Real talk.
Hi, I'm Monica, and when I was 16, I found out that my father was in fact my stepfather after catching him masturbate while I was showering, and I got the bull.
Oh, hell no, bro. We might have to say this for another time.
I can tell guys out there this, man, and I've said this a million times, and I'll say it a million more. You remember in Color Purple when Celie pointed her finger and said, ain't no good gonna come to you until you do right by me? Mm-hmm. The opposite of that is 100% true. If you do right by your wife, your life will be amazing. When you do right,
you know what, Charlamagne, bro, you know, you're making it sound like that's just what it is, but there's a lot of men who did right by the woman they called their wife and got the short end of the stick, sir. It's working out for you, we would assume, because you make it sound like it is, but man, it's a lot of dudes that say otherwise, bro.
By your wife, and especially, you know, if you've been a person that wasn't doing right by their wife, mm-hmm. you out there messing with a bunch of different women and all that other stuff. When you cut all of that out and you just focus your energy on that person that you know loves you no matter what, unconditionally, your life will skyrocket.
Why do you say that?
Because it's true. Because I've seen it both ways. I've never seen a guy, you know, cheat on his wife, you know, not be doing right by his wife and have real success. Yeah. Either they're happy or they end up getting a divorce and losing everything, or that other person they messing with, you know, ruins their life. Like literally.
I mean, dog, it's so many situations in life where you could say he's right and wrong. It's just case by case, dog. Real talk. Sometimes life just happens.
Where's this from?
You know what? I would stay and let this rock out, but bro, I did this before and it got copyrighted. I'm not playing with these people, bro.
If the devil can't reach you, he gonna try to go through your relationship. Hello, let me explain. If the devil can't reach you specifically, he gonna try to throw every and anything at your relationship. And some people mistake that for, I need to leave this person alone. It's a difference between a rocky road and a dead end. Remember that. But if he can't get to you, he gonna get to that one thing he know you love, which is that relationship, which is your partner, which is all that. And all of a sudden, y'all got all of these problems in your relationship now. This is a blessing in disguise, to be honest. Because if your partner is easily broken, they never was your partner to begin with. They never was in it for the long haul like you was. So the devil think he doing something by trying to hurt your relationship or hurt your partner or get your partner to hurt you. When in fact, this is things you needed to see. You needed to see that this person isn't your person. You needed to see that you were really wasting your time. Sometimes we need a wake-up call.
Yeah, man. Sometimes they trying to show you the tumor that need to be cut out so the body can live, bro. I feel that.
Let me put y'all on to something. When you carry their burden, you gain their karma. Just say somebody you know don't have a car, but you keep giving them rides. Something may happen to your car, or your car could be affected because you're carrying their burden. If somebody is terrible with their money and always asking you to borrow money and you let them borrow money, your finances are going to be affected. If you have your own place and somebody doesn't and they're asking you, can they stay with you? And you let them, your home is going to be affected. Their energy is now connected to you, all of their terrible energy. And you will begin to feel it. And it will begin to affect your life. We are only supposed to be carrying our own burdens. And what does not belong to you, you're supposed to give back to sender. And if you do not, you will absolutely feel it. Once I stopped doing stuff for people and running errands and doing favors, and I only sat with my own energy and my own burdens, it was enough for me to carry. But prior to that, it just felt like too much. Like I was stressing. I had days where I was up, days where I was down. Like I just couldn't understand why my mood was the way it was. It was because I was carrying everybody's burden and getting everybody's karma.
Hey, bro, that's some facts too, dog. Straight up. It's like you could be hanging out with a dude, and because y'all grew up together, you feel like you owe him that loyalty, but he doing everything in the streets. He robbing dudes. He's selling drugs. He's committing all kind of crimes, dog. But this your day one partner. He went that way, you went that way, but you feel sorry for him, dog. You fucking around, be riding with this dude, and when his karma catch up to him, you get a piece of it too. We see it all the time. Somebody ain't had nothing to do with the situation, got shot up, and that dude's still alive. We see it all the time, bro. It's just one example of how, like, you can't be affiliated with people that have a constant black cloud over their head, dog.
We are raising mentally weak children.
Yes.
Because we overdo for them. One of the concepts in the book I really love is if you do too much for your children, you are increasing your self-esteem by stealing theirs.
Wow.
That we develop mental toughness by solving problems.
Right.
So if my daughter would forget her homework at home, nobody's bringing it to school.
Right.
If she didn't bring a jacket on a cold day, even though her mother told her to, nobody's bringing her the jacket. It's so important to, when a child says, I'm bored, rather than you fix it, just say, I wonder what you're going to do about it. And then shut up. Let them begin to figure out their problems.
You know, bro, one of the best things that my mama ever used to say to me was, you got to fend for yourself today. Meaning, if she was getting off of work late or whatever, I had to figure out what I was going to eat, cook something at the crib, or walk to the store and go get something to eat from there. And then when she kicked me out the crib, that taught me that I had to grow up fast, bro. I had to start paying my own bills and stuff. And I was doing that in my late teens, early 20s, dog. So now that I'm older, I done been broke before. I done been up. I done been back broke. I done been up again. But like, it built resilience in me, and I know that I could weather the storm. A lot of people that I see complaining on Facebook are kids who I know for a fact mom gave them everything that they ever could desire, and now they have no grit, no mental toughness, no fortitude, none of that. You're weak. You was a bitch. You get what I'm saying? And like, my mama and my dad and my mama. Boy, my daddy used to wake us up in the morning, bro. I'm talking about the ass crack of dawn to go do work. Why? But anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed today's reaction. I'm going to get at y'all on the next one. Leave your comments in the comment section.